Hi, it's Jenny from Make It Clean and Cats. So I'm going to start off with Project Pan. So the Nivea lip balm went down by a tiny amount according to my little drawing. Don't know how accurate that is, but I think it does look smaller. Besame Cosmetics Poppy Blush, no pan yet. Are we surprised though? For the Besame Cosmetics blush in Crimson, there was a change because I'm using it as a lip product. I'm wearing it right now. I've been mostly wearing it at home, but also out in public, maybe 2 to 3 times. I don't wear this to the office. This is too much for the office. But yeah, I even considered not using it in the Project Pan because I like it so much, but I'm just gonna continue using it even if it's at home. I recently watched a video, her name's Karina. She does mostly like fashion stuff, but she was saying that she wears fancy clothes at home. So I might still wear the red lipstick even if I'm just in my PJs at home. I think there was a significant change with the powder. I'm mostly using it on my forehead and my bangs. But yeah, I think this probably will be gone in a few months, hopefully. I also added the CoverGirl foundation and it went down by a tiny amount. This change was like 3 to 4 months. This new change was just 1 month. Yeah, I slowed down with makeup and skincare because I was breaking out a lot. So there was that too. Like even this, I was using it on my face beforehand, but now just focusing it up there. And then next up is this blush that I'm using as an eyeshadow. This is the KVD Snapdragon. I barely use this one. I use this maybe like 3 times, maybe 4 times, mostly underneath instead of as eyeshadow. I went back to just using liquid liner for every day. So I'm just gonna take this out of the project. The last item was the Madagascar Centella sunscreen and it's gone now. I liked that this was mattifying, but I felt like if I had dry patches, it would cling to them and you could see like a little bit of white where the little dry patches were. And towards the end, which I think I took a picture of it, I just used it on my body because I thought everything was breaking me out and I thought maybe this was it. I don't think it was, so I could have used it on my face, but anyway. I don't know. I still haven't figured out what it was, but anyway, that's done. For deck of panning, I got SPF, so I just said I was going to use this, which is already in the project, but yeah. And for favorite category, I got blush, and I picked this palette. I used both of these ones, and then these two I'm wearing today. I'm wearing this one as an eyeshadow and this one as a blush. I like how the eyeshadow turned out, but not the blush. Kind of settled on my pores, kind of weird. So yeah, because I added a bunch of other stuff, the deck of panning I like triple dipped with this one. Which ones did I have originally? Because I changed that too. The deck of panning I originally just had 4 shades, which I think was this one, the purple one, this red one, and a different brown. The brown was supposed to have a pan and it didn't fit in this compact, I don't know what to call it, palette. So I ended up switching it with a different brown and then I added a bunch of other shades. I did end up doing the No Pan Left Behind, which was one of the prompts. This one was for the prompt influence. This was a Pat McGrath eyeshadow that I was influenced to buy by Kyla Fish. She doesn't post makeup videos anymore. I think she's a book person now. This one was the pan. I think that was all the prompts. But anyway, so I added all these other ones. And I did use everything at least once. I think these 2 were the only ones I did a couple more times. So this one I just used on my eyebrows. This one I mostly used underneath. So I used this one and this one together, mostly because they were the last shades, but I actually really liked the combo. And then I used this one on top of a pink cream eyeshadow. I liked that look too. I used this one and this one together. I like that combo too a lot. Although you can't really see the pink in the picture at all. And then I used this one and this one together. That was cute. I used these 2 together. This is supposed to be pink, but it turned out more reddish, but I still liked it. And yeah, that was pretty much it. Okay, so these are my empties. A little bit less than last time, but it's still a good amount. So for skincare, I finished the CeraVe moisturizer. So I got this because it said it was a lightweight gel, but I feel like it wasn't really a gel, so I didn't like that about this. Well, I thought this was breaking me out, so I stopped using it, then I picked it back up, and then I just stopped using it on my forehead, and I just used it on the rest of my face. And it seemed like it was okay towards the end is when I started having a lot of breakouts. It's mostly like a bunch of whiteheads right here, and At least they weren't red, but it was still annoying. I'm still dealing with them, but anyway, yeah, I don't think it was this because at some point my face was fine with this. So either way, because it's not the gel moisturizer I was looking for, I probably won't buy this. This was pretty nice paired with the honey one. Like, I feel like the honey one was probably doing more than this, but anyway, yeah. I finished these two dermal face masks, which I really like. I think my face was probably flaky from using benzoyl peroxide because of all my situation. And then I used up 2 acne patches. So I used up the Panoxyl ones and I used up the Starface ones. The Panoxyl ones stuck on really well and I liked those. The Star ones, I feel like the shape of them were not very useful for pimples because, you know, it's like a little jagged little star, you know. I think circles are, so I probably won't buy the yellow ones again, but I will, the Panoxyl ones in the future, but I'm trying different ones to see what's better. The last thing was this Bioderma face wash. I technically still have 2 tiny travel size containers, so it's not completely done, I guess. I have one at my sister's and one in my travel bag. This was really nice and gentle, but I just wish it lathered more. So yeah, the glycolic acid one, I really like how that foams up, but I feel like that might be a little bit too drying for me. I think next time I would consider getting the blue one in this. That's supposed to be for sebum control. The blue one is the one that was actually recommended to me by a dermatologist. The one time I went, it was in Mexico, and that was the cleanser that he recommended, the blue one in Bioderma. So anyway, in the future I'll probably buy that one. What happened? Yeah, so for shower stuff, I finished 2 items. So I finished the Head and Shoulders shampoo and the conditioner. So this is the one that has the argan oil and the jojoba oil. So I really like these when I have issues with my scalp. I used salicylic acid on my scalp because my bangs would get greasy, so then I messed up my scalp and I got dandruff. And so yeah, so I got these and it cleared up in like 3 days, so that was good. For body care, I finished this moisturizer. I really like the scent. It wasn't like super strong. I smelled more raspberries than anything. It's supposed to smell like sweet raspberries, sugar dipped violet, and warm amber. So yeah, I mostly smelled the raspberries and it was really nice. I personally would not spend 17 bucks on a lotion, so maybe in the future I would rebuy. I was tempted by the 70% off thing. I even added shit to my cart, but I didn't buy stuff because I think I'd rather smell stuff before buying it. Next thing that we finished was this Neutrogena sunscreen. My husband threw away the bottom half, so I didn't want to dig it out. But anyway, I did not like this. It left a white cast. It was oily, even though it says oil free. I got this originally for my face and then I ended up just using it as a body sunscreen and it was still not great. One time I think I over applied and then when I stepped into the water, like everything came off of me, so that was bad. And also, like, even if you completely get rid of the white cast by rubbing it in and blah blah, like it still gets on everything. Like it gets on your clothes. Like if your bathing suit is black or you have a black interior of your car, like it's just gonna get everywhere. I got stuff on like the plastic bits of the car, and yeah, I'm gonna wash this off from the bathing suit. It's whatever, but yeah, I'm not gonna buy this again. The next thing I finished was this After Sun gel. I mostly use this for when my skin's itchy, usually like bug related. But yeah, that was another thing that happened. I just was like itchy everywhere, and I don't know if it was something from the garage because it happened right after that, or if it was bug bites or what, or if it was like a sun rash that wasn't like there, you know, because like I didn't really see bumps, you know, mosquito bites, fleas, and all that. I don't know, I feel like just because it's cooling, it's very helpful. For chronic pain, I finished this Icy Hot. I didn't really like this. I like the roll-on one way better because I feel like this doesn't really like get everything.
Oh my god, I had such a hard time describing this, but basically, this is what I mean. The roll-on just is more targeted, and the spray, like, you can't really target because the droplets are dispersing too much, but it's in a very thin manner, so yeah.
I finished this shoulder patch, but it was kind of a fail for me because I took it out of the packaging and it got kind of folded everywhere, so that was like user error. I don't know if it was actually good because half of it was all mangled up, so yeah. Then I finished this Epsom salt thing for the bath. I think I used it 3 times. I probably was only supposed to use it once. I don't know. I feel like with Epsom salt, I don't really notice a difference. So I don't think I'm gonna buy Epsom salt again for chronic pain because I don't really think it does much. Also, this is supposed to be a foot soak. So yeah, maybe don't use it as a bath thing. Rando things I finished. I finished a pair of contacts, lost the other one. I wore it on the last Project Pan video. Update, I've been actually wearing my old prescription sunglasses for paddleboarding, but I really do need to wear the contacts more because I don't know if those expire, and also I just need to wear them more. But anyway, yeah. And then I finished this hand sanitizer, but not really because I basically use this to refill other little tiny ones. I'll definitely rebuy this from Dollar Tree. And then we finished this warm leathered amber candle that I'm gonna call done. I use it as a regular candle and then on the candle warmer. And I don't know if it's supposed to completely disappear with the candle warmer, but it didn't. But I don't smell anything anymore, and if anything, I just smell like the burnt stuff. So yeah, it originally smelled really nice. It wasn't like super strong. So yeah, I probably should write down the name. I think we've only ever bought like 1 candle. Like everybody always gives us candles. So I think I'm good with buying stuff for now, but yeah. But as for nail polish, I wore 2 nail polishes. So I wore this one with like a little negative space nail art. I was noticing some yellowing, so I stopped painting my nails for a little bit. I just did that nail art thing at the first time around, and then the second time around I painted my nails with this color. There's actually a Franken nail polish. I've been craving jelly nail polish, but I have way too much nail polish. It's this French manicure like yellowy type of shade with a bunch of other colors. The main one ended up being this one, and then this one, and then I mixed in like a couple other random ones. I really like how this turned out. I feel like it looked more jelly-esque at the beginning, but after a few days it looks more dull and opaque. So I don't know what that is about. This is the original Franken that I made a while ago, and I made 2 other ones which I have not tested on my nails. Yeah, so this one I just added the red to a clear one, and I think I need to add a little bit more depending on how it shows up on my nails. And this one was a fail. I guess maybe not yet. I think this is the final color that I got, but in the bottle it looks kind of weird. Like this looks kind of pretty, but we shall see what the real thing is. It originally was an orange jelly. I should have just added more orange. But anyway, I even had to add like more clear nail polish because I was like, oops, maybe I overdid it. I did way too many colors. Like, I don't even know what I did. But yeah, we'll see how that looks.
Okay, so for declutters, I already gave stuff away. So I got rid of this chronic pain concoction that my father-in-law made. It's basically weed and alcohol. And it just didn't work for me, so I gave it back to him because that helps his knee. I ended up giving away the fragrance mist to my mom because I didn't like the scent. Like it was fine at first, but after the dry down, it still kind of gave me the locker room reminder, and I just wasn't into it. And she liked it. And then the last thing was bath bombs and face masks, not because I don't like them, but because I wanted to round out a birthday present.
And then purchases. So technically I actually bought this the previous month, but it arrived last month, or August. I got these 2 sunscreens to replace body and face sunscreen. We wore this once out and about. It is really nice and thin, but I don't know how effective it is. Like, we didn't get sunburnt, but I don't know, is it actually waterproof? It says it's waterproof, but I don't know. My face was freaking out with everything. I even thought this was freaking out my face, but it seemed like it's been fine. But anyway, I'm still gonna use it on my face and body for a while. My sister decluttered these 2 scrubs to me. So this one was already halfway, where is it? This one was halfway full. I'm like almost done with it now. So maybe like 1 or 2 more uses. This is the Trader Joe's Lavender Salt Scrub. My bad, I didn't say the names. This is Skin Aqua, which, okay, let me go back to it and give a whole last rant about that. I smell the lavender, but it's not super strong, so that's fine. And it's not really a paste. I feel like it's literally just oil and salt. And then this is the Moroccan Rose, which I have not used, and neither did my sister. She said that she just didn't really have the time to use this and her friend gave them to her. Sorry, going back to this. So I really wanted to go back to the Misha Essence sunscreen, but apparently they changed the formula. And the new packaging is orange and it says it has vitamin C. And I was like, okay, you know what, maybe I should try it. And then the comments were all like, it leaves a white cast. It sucks. It's not like the other one. So then I went on a rabbit hole of finding something like that, and this one came up. I feel like it is similar to it, but this was kind of expensive. Like this ended up being $36. It was originally $30, but then I had to pay $6 because they messed up the shipping costs. So I paid the post office $6 more. And then also it was more expensive to me because I was gonna use this as a body sunscreen. So I don't know, I feel like $15 or $20-ish for a face sunscreen seems okay to me, but not for a body one. I don't know, but anyway, I'm still using these for both of them, and then I'll talk about other stuff in a bit. And then from Dollar Tree, I got this body lotion from Dermasil, and it has aloe vera. I really like the scent of aloe vera, and I just think aloe vera is great, and I do really like this. I think I'm already down to here. I also purchased this shampoo from Dollar Tree. I had said that it was drying, but I felt like I needed a drying thing because of my whole greasy hair. But now that I think about it, I think it's actually just my forehead that's greasy and not my scalp. But anyway, I really like the scent. I haven't really noticed the frizz, but I think it's because I've been putting my hair up. But anyway, so I got this, and then I also got a body wash that's at my sister's guest house RV. So I haven't used that one yet, but it did smell really nice too. The rest I bought from Amazon. So I got this really pretty case for my Bath & Body Works spray, mostly because it was cute that way, but also just because of the space of my medicine cabinet. Basically, you use these little tools to fill in the inside of it. Anyway, this is really pretty. I love it. I've actually been using the vanilla one. I've actually been using the Philosophy more lately, but anyway, yeah. And then I got a different aloe vera gel. This other one I think was from Walgreens. I don't really care about the brand. And then I got an Icy Hot with lavender. And I feel like it does smell nicer than the regular Icy Hot, but it made me sneeze a lot one day, so me. And basically it's like 8% with lavender versus like the original one is 16%. So a little bit less mentally. But yeah, I wanted another one to have around the house because I carry the other one in my purse. I can't say it. I got this La Roche-Posay Cicaplast Balm B5 to replace the Panoxyl one. Everybody always raves about it, but like the consistency of this is so weird. Like when I read the packaging, I was like, what? It's a diaper rash too? Weird. And then I put it on and I was like, yeah, this does feel like a diaper rash. So yeah, also you can't really layer stuff underneath this. I tried using a Centella spray before this and like it was like all white. This does leave a white cast. If you're wearing it at night, it's whatever, I guess. I feel like also once it dries down, like it mostly goes away, I think. I can't remember. But anyway, yeah, I've been kind of alternating between my regular skincare and this. So yeah, I got these Essence dry drops. Basically, you're supposed to like do little drops and it's supposed to dry your nails really fast. And I think it did work. I've only used this once. I pretty much just did one drop on each nail and like 2 on my thumb. And yeah, basically the oil is just supposed to dry down your nails faster. And then I ended up buying Banana Boat after all, mostly because my husband liked this one. I think I'm still gonna use this just because 2 sunscreens at a time is way too much. Once I finish this one, I'll just use that one on my face. Anyway, this is like 2 for $13. I think it was on sale. It expires 2028. Could have sworn I saw that date somewhere. Yeah, 2028. So there's still time. I've been going paddleboarding a lot. Now with school, I probably won't go that often. But anyway, 2028, that's pretty good. Because I finished the pimple patches, I got more. So I got these orange ones, and then I got just like regular plain ones, and I'm wearing one right now. I got a bunch of toothpaste from Sam's Club. It was like a big pack. And the last two things were skincare items. So I felt like the benzoyl peroxide wasn't cutting it, so I got the sulfur one. And I guess it's only supposed to be like a 10-minute mask, and the first time I wear it overnight, the scent is pretty bad. It is sulfur. If you don't know what sulfur smells like, it smells like rotten eggs. So yeah, I think maybe a cleanser would have been better for scent wise, but also because I kind of am like, oh, I want to eat. I don't want to have this on my face while I eat. So yeah, so I've only used this twice. Once I overnight, and then once with the 10-minute thing, because I didn't read the directions very well. Anyway, I think it did help with the whiteheads, but again, I've only used this twice. The last thing that I got was this Beauty of Joseon Red Bean Water Gel. I'm like, if you guys have this, can you tell me if yours is a sticker too? Because I'm like, is this fake? But anyway, this is really nice though, even if it is fake. This is the gel moisturizer that I've been looking for. I do get some dry patches right here, I think because of the new cleanser I'm using. It's been really nice. It's only been a week and I've already finished this much though, so don't know how long this is gonna last me. I've put a pause on the Cicatricure Cure gel because I'm like, maybe that's what's breaking me out. Anyway, that is everything that I bought. So before I switch to a deck of panning stuff, I just wanted to make a channel announcement. I'm probably not going to be posting that often. Like, I probably will try to do the monthly project pan and maybe like one monthly cleaning video. Don't know how it's going to look like. It looks like school is going to be very busy, so I'm working part-time and I'm going to school part-time, and one of my classes has so many assignments. Like, it's only been week 1 and there's been so many assignments. Like, there was assignments due on the second day of school and we haven't even had that class. So stressing out for sure. So yeah, we'll definitely prioritize this video because it's one of my favorite videos to make. The cleaning might still happen once a week. I don't know. I have to figure out my shit. Also, I had thought about like spreading out my channel into 3 with the makeup cleaning cats, because you know, some people don't like the makeup stuff and some people don't like the cleaning stuff. And then sometimes I notice that if I post a video, like, I lose subscribers because people don't like the cleaning content or the makeup content. So I might end up splitting stuff, but also I kind of don't want to do that because I feel like I'm gonna be too lazy to post on any of them. So I don't know, dude. I guess let's talk about my low buy. I haven't talked about that in a while. So I feel like there have been some makeup items that have been kind of wishlisted for the future, but at the same time, because of Project Pan, I'm like, oh my gosh, makeup takes so long to use up. I shouldn't buy any more colored items. For foundation, I kind of been tempted to kind of look around to see what's out there. For skincare, I was so tempted to get everything because of my breakouts. Like, usually that's what happens. Like, that's the only reason why I got into skincare, because like, I had really bad acne when I was a teenager. So that's kind of how it started. And like, when I was a teenager, like, YouTube was barely starting. Like the beauty space or whatever. Like, back then they would recommend St. Ives scrub and like Clean and Clear astringent. I don't know if that's how you say it, astringent, I don't know. So yeah, so that's what we had. And anyway, point is that whenever I find an issue, I just want to buy like a whole batch of items, and that's kind of what I wanted to do. And while I feel like I still bought 3 things, I wanted to buy way more. Like, I had way more things in my cart and then I deleted stuff. And I'm still doing the one in one out thing with both skincare and makeup. I don't know, there's a couple items that are still kind of low that I wasn't completely done with. So like, this is kind of like, I felt kind of weird to buy like these 3 items, even though I wasn't done with like the other items. But I don't know, my skin was freaking out, so I was freaking out. So yeah. And then as for the makeup, which by the way, the palette I didn't count as a makeup item, like one in one out thing, because it was a palette. But yeah, I like stalled so much trying to figure out if I should buy it or not. Okay, so I got 5. Full disclosure, I actually picked up an A, but I'm not going to do the A because I don't want to do 7 items. So Joker, I'm going to use the same one, the one that I've been babying, but now I just haven't been into it. So I'll use this one. 10 glittery, 10 of hearts. Out of control category, probably blush, yeah. So 10 out of control category, I am gonna go with blush. I'm gonna go with this one just because I kind of miss wearing this. Okay, you know what, for glittery, I am gonna choose this orange one because I always forget about it. This one is the new formula and it's still glittery. This one's the old one. What did we say? No pen left behind. I was already gonna do that anyway, so let's go. Wait, no, that's the red one. This one's focus. I guess my focus has been like blush and lip stuff. So I'll use this one, which is another blush. And then for the no pan left behind, I'm going to recreate a palette. I was watching an old video of Gabriella's. She's a project panner, but she was rearranging ColourPop eyeshadow. And this is one of them, and it caught my eye, and I'm not gonna buy it. And I don't even have like red eyeshadow quite like that color, but I still wanted to do something similar vibes. Which actually some of these shades are probably gonna stay. Okay, sorry, going back to the announcement or whatever, I don't know, I was like so stressed out and I did my makeup for this video and it actually helped me de-stress so much. So I guess I need to find a balance, right? With doing fun things and doing homework and stuff. But anyway, yeah. The ones that I was like, okay, this one is pinky. This one and maybe this one, but it's kind of, oh, maybe even this one. Okay. Okay, I'm actually gonna pick this brown matte shade for that one. It says grateful, so I think it's supposed to be purple, but whatevs. I also, though, I'm gonna add a supplemental eyeshadow. I departed this Moon Dust eyeshadow, and I'm gonna add this Pat McGrath shade, which I actually need to put a magnet underneath. I forgot about that. But anyway, I was playing around with swatching, and I feel like, and this one on top of browns, I think kind of looks similar to it, ish. I always avoid using this one, so I want to see if we're gonna keep that or not. I feel like for this shade, this one would be good, but it's not gonna fit. That's like not at all the vibe completely, but whatever. Oh, I guess I have this red shimmer. If anything, I think this one's actually more like that, huh? Yeah. And I can't grab it. Other. Ooh. I forgot I have more browns in this one. Oh my god. Okay, you know what? I think I'm gonna use this copper one for this one instead. And that one for that one. And these are like pinky shades. There's 4 slots. So nice. Okay. These are like the least. Sure. It's like similar-ish, but not really. But anyway, that's cute. Well, I forgot to say that I put these stickers. This didn't come with that. Also, this one broke a little bit. I feel like it hasn't released from this. But yeah, my vision's pretty bad, so I would get confused which way was up. And like this is like pretty tiny, so I can't see without my glasses. So anyway, this is going to be my palette. Oh yeah, I forgot that people swatch their stuff at the end, huh? Okay, I guess ignore that one. Or don't, I don't know. This is flash, so the shades are gonna look different. Oops, okay, I mixed those colors together actually. It was kind of pretty. Yeah, that does not look like that. Well, anyway, more or less the color story. Okay, so quick recap. This is my project pan, and this is deck of panning. These two were presents, the rest I purchased. And this one came with 2, and this one came with a bunch more. I don't remember how many. And then these are my empties, plus 2 sets of pimple patches. Thank you for watching. Bye.